As a parent, as a guardian, as an adult who have young ones under them, I think there are certain things we need to know in order to guide properly so that we don't start parenting at default, we don't start guiding at default. There are certain things that you need to understand so that when you are giving direction or when you are raising these young ones, you will have something like a mental manual in your head to direct. The first thing is, I think we need to understand the developmental stages of a child, right from conception to when the child is born, to when the child is an infant, a toddler, a preteen, a teenager, and a young adult. At these stages of life, there are needs that the child have. You need to understand the need of a child at each stage of life. If you understand the need of a child at each stage of life, your work is lessened. You will understand what to do at every stage of this child's life. You will know when attention is needed, when care is at the top, when boundaries should be set, when respect should be taught, when a child needs to understand some concepts. So I think the first thing is, what are the developmental stages of these young ones? So you know where to start from. That's one thing I think parents need to understand, or anybody that have young persons under them needs to understand. That way you will be able to direct better. Number two is communication. Every one of us needs to understand that communication is the life wire of every good relationship. And so to train children in the right direction, you need to communicate your feelings, communicate direction, communicate discipline, be ready to be there for them, and be ready to know what you are saying, and then being able to receive from you. Communication has to do with both the sender and the receiver. So the next point is communication. Understand the importance of communication in the life of these children, in the life of your children, in the life of both you and these young ones. Communication, number two. The third one is, before I leave communication, we need to understand that communication has to be age appropriate. Age appropriate. There is something you can communicate to a toddler. There is something you can communicate to a young adult. And there is a way you will put the communication. So make sure that your communication, as much as you understand that communication is important, make it age appropriate. The third one is digital education, digital safety. In this era of internet, social media, you want to be able to understand what digital literacy is and be able to teach them what this is, because at every point in time there is a need for you to teach them digital literacy. If you will gift a 10 years old child a mobile device, have you taught the child what happens in the internet? So that means that there is more work to be done. Digital safety. You as an adult in their life understand what digital safety is so that you can teach them what digital safety means. There is cyberbullying out there. There is digital blueprint. The moment you hit the send button, there is a problem if your content is not well tailored. Then the fourth one is mental health. Don't just think that it is only adults that are stressed mentally. Even children suffer some kind of mental health. Not all, some children. So are you observant enough to know that a child is stressed out? A child is having anxiety? A child is having withdrawal syndrome? A child is depressed? Understand mental health. That will help you to know what is wrong with the child that you're taking care of. You must not be a parent to understand all of this. As far as you have young people under you, you are taking care of, try as much as possible to look into this. It can help your young ones if you are an adult in their life, if you are a caregiver, or if you are a parent. So watch the countenance of the child. Try and read body language of this child. Try and see what they are going through. This will give you an insight into how do I help these young ones to overcome what they are going through. So you need to understand mental health education. How does it affect young ones? What are their signs and symptoms? How do I help them? And when you see that you cannot do this alone, seek for help. There are professionals out there that can help you, that can guide you. So seek help when you think you can't do it alone. Then I want to talk lastly, you need to have sex education. You need a knowledge of sex education. If you don't understand a subject or a subject area, you won't be able to discuss it well. If I'm not a science student, I won't be able to teach you sciences in proper. If I'm not a business student, I won't be able to teach you business in proper. If I'm not a good cook, I won't be able to teach you cooking in proper. So if you have to teach children sex education, you have to have knowledge of that subject. You might not know it all. None of us know it all. You will have to know the basic knowledge, the principles. Like one of the principles states that sex education should be taught early in life. Start early. Start early in the life of the child so that the discussion will not look awkward. Another principle says no is a sentence. That means that no means no for the child if well taught. And this no has to do with building confidence, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to raise alarm, and knowing what to do, make a good decision at every point in time that the child is faced with some predicament. This is part 1 of what I think parents should know. Watch part 2 of other things I need parents to know. I've talked about the first one, understand the developmental stages of a child. 2, communication. 3, digital safety. 4, mental health. And the 5th one, understand what sex education is. As a parent and as a caregiver, do you think it is important, it is useful for you to know all of this? I think that if all of these are understood from the onset in raising a child, you would have been able to have a glimpse of what you're going to go through and what you're going to make the child pass through. Don't just parent at default. Parent with learning. Parent with understanding. And parent with being analytical. That way, you will be able to see how you can guide right. Don't forget that you don't parent in perfection. You learn in the progress. You can't know it all before you start parenting. As you parent, see ways you can fine-tune it. This video can help you. Many more videos out there can help you. Books can help you. So be a learner. Always see ways that can help you raise your